The journey to Chiron's secluded sanctuary in Mount Pelion was itself a test. Along the way, Hercules encountered challenges meant to prepare him for the teachings ahead. He hunted wild game to prove his resourcefulness, climbed treacherous cliffs to test his endurance, and crossed rivers that nearly swept him away. By the time he reached Chiron, Hercules was weary but eager to begin his training. Chiron welcomed him warmly, offering a meal and a place to rest. "Here," the centaur said, "you will learn not only the art of battle but the art of life. A true hero understands the value of compassion, the weight of responsibility, and the necessity of wisdom." Chiron's training was rigorous, designed to challenge Hercules' body, mind, and spirit. Each day began before dawn with exercises that pushed Hercules to the limits of his endurance. He lifted boulders, practiced with heavy weapons, and sparred against skilled opponents. Under Chiron's watchful eye, Hercules learned to channel his immense strength, striking with precision rather than brute force. But it wasn't all physical. Chiron placed great emphasis on the intellect. He taught Hercules to read and write, to understand the complexities of strategy, and to study the stars. "A hero who cannot think," Chiron often said, "is as dangerous to himself as to others." These lessons were sometimes more challenging for Hercules than the physical tasks, as patience did not come easily to him. One particularly memorable lesson involved archery. Hercules, confident in his strength, assumed he could master the bow with ease. However, Chiron handed him a lightweight bow and instructed him to hit a distant target. Hercules' first attempts were clumsy. His overconfidence caused him to snap the string multiple times. Frustrated, he demanded a stronger bow. Chiron, with his trademark patience, replied, "A warrior must master control before he seeks power." Over time, Hercules learned to temper his strength, eventually becoming an expert marksman. Hercules' training also delved into moral philosophy and ethics. Chiron believed that a hero must understand the consequences of their actions. One day, while practicing combat, Hercules accidentally broke a wooden training dummy carved by one of Chiron's other pupils. While the act was unintentional, Chiron insisted that Hercules repair it. "Why must I bother with something so trivial?" Hercules asked. Chiron replied, "Because a hero's actions, no matter how small, affect others. Ignoring this is to ignore the essence of heroism." Hercules begrudgingly repaired the dummy but learned a vital lesson about responsibility. It was during these moments of reflection that Hercules began to understand the deeper meaning of heroism. It was not just about fighting monsters, but about protecting those who could not protect themselves. Hera's influence was never far, even during his training. She sent nightmares to torment Hercules, forcing him to relive the serpents in his cradle and visions of destruction he did not yet understand. At times, the nightmares left him shaken, doubting whether he could ever rise above the curse that seemed to define his life. Chiron, noticing the turmoil within his student, encouraged Hercules to speak of his fears. It was during these conversations that Hercules revealed his doubts about his worthiness and his anger toward Hera. Chiron listened carefully and offered a profound piece of advice: a hero is not defined by the burdens placed upon him, but by his ability to rise despite them. These words became a guiding principle for Hercules. Though the nightmares did not cease, he learned to confront them with courage rather than fear. After years of rigorous training, Chiron presented Hercules with a final test: to defeat the guardian of Mount Pelion, a massive boar that had terrorized the surrounding villages. Unlike the trials of his youth, this test required not only strength, but also strategy and restraint. Hercules tracked the boar for days, studying its habits and weaknesses. When he finally engaged the creature, he used his training to outwit and overpower it without causing unnecessary destruction. Victorious, Hercules brought the subdued boar back to Chiron, who declared him ready to face the world. When the time came for Hercules to leave, Chiron gave him a parting gift, a finely crafted sword and a simple but profound message. The world will test you in ways even I cannot prepare you for. Remember what you've learned here, Hercules. Your strength is a gift, but your heart will define your legacy. With gratitude and a newfound sense of purpose, Hercules left Mount Pelion, ready to face the challenges ahead. The training he received from Chiron would become the foundation of his heroism, guiding him through the trials that awaited.